Yeah, it was a hard-fought win in the end. London Welsh are a very dogged side, and I think they'd have been quite happy seeing the conditions like that. We didn't get a chance to play much rugby. It was that sort of game, but it's a good one to win in the end. I think when you play teams like that, you want it to be dry so you can run them around, you can get their forwards blowing, and that's when you can start to get some dominance up front. Didn't happen today like that. We didn't get to play much rugby because of the conditions, and they're always in the game. They've got a big pack of forwards who work really hard for each other. So,
was it a bit of a surprise to see them going to the driving maul so early, and especially when it resulted in a try? No,
it wasn't a surprise at all. If you watch them play, that's what they do. They're not a very expansive team, but they're very good at what they do. They harry you and then put you under pressure, and they've got a big pack of forwards who can do stuff like that. So it wasn't a surprise. We were just disappointed how we dealt with that.
And then to get a penalty try of your own, not long that after, must have been very satisfying as well.
Yeah, we did some good bits throughout the game, but as I said before, you're not in a position to tire their forwards out and get the real pressure on them as the game goes on. But we had a few good patches of play and a few good areas of dominance, but we weren't able to turn a lot of that into points.
Ryan Lamb got the man of the match performance. He's, on a day like today, tactical kicking really has to be absolutely spot on. So, do you agree with that decision?
I thought Lammy played pretty well today. He had a good all-round game, and as I said before, the conditions are such that you can't play much rugby. And Lammy's his loose game is as good as anybody's, and I think we're pretty pleased with him the last couple of weeks. Played well today, played well last week, particularly in the second half, and he gave us some guidance.
Martin, is this one of those days where you're glad to be a scrum half and not a wing?
Yeah, just had a quick chat to the lads, and a few of the backs are moaning that they were pretty cold. But no, it was 10-man rugby, up the jumper stuff, and it was just nice to get the win at the end.
Can you give us some idea of just how difficult it is in those conditions?
Yeah, the ball's greasy, the ball's wet. We know there's going to be a few mistakes, balls sliding around, and at the end of the day, it's the team that makes the most errors usually end up winning the game. So we was under no illusions that we was going to keep it tight and just play the conditions. We scored 2 nice tries in the first half and put ourselves in a good position. And in the second half, it was just all about playing the corners and playing with territory.
Ordinarily, when the ball's greasy, people think it's harder to fling the long passes, but just in and around the fringes as well, it's equally as important, I'd imagine.
Yeah, the nitty-gritty stuff that the forwards love. It's the ball obviously slipping, and there's arms everywhere, and boys are hitting each other. So it's about holding 2 hands on the ball and just fighting hard and getting over that gain line and just keeping hold of the ball.
Given all that, then how good was Ken Pesey's try to collect that ball, at full pace, coming from, it's a good 40-yard cross kick?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Lammy again, same as last week on the sixpence. It's something that we spoken about in the week. We knew they were going to come off the line hard. The wingers are going to be up flat, so there was plenty of space over the top. Lammy seen it early, and to be fair to him, it's a fantastic kick, and it was a good try in the corner.
In the context of the season and given some of the results elsewhere this weekend, Saracens and Harlequins losing, how important is the 4 points at home today?
Massive. Any win's massive, but especially today coming back. Obviously in the LV, it's good to get a win down in Wales last week against the Dragons, and obviously we want to keep that momentum coming for into the Premiership, and felt that we did that today. It wasn't a spectacle, but 4 points is 4 points, and hopefully that's going to put us back up a league, and on to next week.